Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Alexis Bellino goes to war with RHOC cast in reunion trailer. Alexis Bellino is bringing the drama as she goes to war with the cast in the RHOC reunion trailer. The season 18 reunion starts on Thursday, November 7th, and Alexis is leaving no stone unturned. She has a bone to pick with almost everyone, and she is ready to start picking. Keep reading to see who she really goes at it with. The last RHOC reunion Alexis Bellino attended was in season 8, and she seemed to be on an island by herself. Her storyline was lackluster as she and her husband, Jim Bellino, opened a new business while trying to act happily married. She also maintained the ladies had bullied her, causing her to go on anti-anxiety meds. Alexis tried to make amends, but by the time the reunion came around, it was clear she was no longer needed. She left but was not forgotten. Alexis and Jim divorced, but he sued Tamara and Shannon Beater, costing them hundreds of thousands of dollars. No one missed Alexis, aka Jesus Jugs, until she began dating Shannon Beater's ex-boyfriend, John Jansen. Shannon had been with John for around 3 years after her divorce from David Beater. They split, and then he met Alexis by happenstance. At the same time, she reconnected with Tamara and Heather Dubrow, plus her dating John made for great television, so she returned for season 18. Unfortunately, all Alexis Bellino did was gush over and defend John aka Johnny J. She also shared he had footage of Shannon nearly running over his daughter, and then he sued his ex for $75,000. John allegedly let Shannon borrow the money for a facelift, but she never paid him back. It broke Shannon, and she, along with some cast members and fans, felt John was blackmailing her by holding onto the footage. When the ladies went to London for Shannon's 60th, Alexis was not invited, which hurt her. Now the RHOC reunion is here and Alexis is back on the couch. She is not only lashing out at Shannon, but is also at war with the rest of the cast. When Alexis Bellino finally arrives at the RHOC reunion couch, she is ready to go. According to page 6, she goes right for Shannon Beater. She maintained that Shannon has been bitter because of the John Jansen romance. However, Shannon claimed never liked Alexis after the lawsuit her ex-husband filed against herself and Tamara Judge, which she believes Alexis was in on. Alexis says this to Shannon: "I'm not going to apologize for defending my man. He was still going to sue you." Shannon flips at Alexis, seeing red. "And I ended up winning a hole." The last time Shannon spoke out about the suit was on WWHL, and she claimed John would settle, but she had to release something positive about him. It is unclear if it is officially over and done. Yet, Alexis is not done, as she and Emily Simpson soon go at it after Alexis refers to her former friend as Tweedledum. Emily rages, telling Alexis she will not call her dumb. "Don't King call me dumb. You are the dumbest girl I've ever King met." She then continues with this: "Every trash can needs a lid, and John Jansen found his." Looks like Alexis is here, and as much as she wants to move past the season, she may very well want to secure an orange for season 19. As the teaser trailer for the Real Housewives of Orange County RHOC reunion dropped, fans could practically hear the sound of stilettos clicking and glasses clinking across the country. But the true standout in the short clip was none other than Alexis Bellino, the familiar face who once reigned supreme as a cast member before stepping away from the constant drama of Orange County's finest. This time, Alexis was back in the spotlight, and she came prepared to settle old scores, reignite buried tensions, and show that she wasn't afraid to go to war with her former co-stars. The trailer opened with a sweeping shot of the glittering stage, adorned with sprawling floral arrangements and a backdrop that glimmered like the shores of the Pacific at sunset. Host Andy Cohen sat perched on his signature couch, an amused yet wary smile playing on his lips. The tension was palpable as each cast member, clad in gowns of vibrant silks and sequins, prepared for a night that would undoubtedly be explosive. The camera panned to Alexis, who sat confidently with her blonde hair perfectly coiffed and eyes sharper than ever. In a dress of deep sapphire blue, she looked like a modern-day gladiator ready for battle. Her return had been the source of much speculation. Whispers about why she had come back and what grudges she still harbored ran rampant. As soon as Andy raised an eyebrow and asked, "So, Alexis, how does it feel to be back?" the air seemed to crackle with electricity. "Oh, it's exhilarating," Alexis replied, her voice smooth but with an unmistakable edge. "But let's not pretend this is a welcome home party. I'm here to address the lies, the betrayal, and the sheer audacity I've seen from some of these ladies." An audible gasp went through the room. Heather Dubrow, seated in a sophisticated emerald green gown, shifted slightly in her seat, crossing her legs tightly as if bracing for impact. Tamara Judge leaned forward, her eyes glistening with the thrill of confrontation. Shannon Beador pursed her lips, looking like she'd rather be anywhere else. "Care to elaborate on that, Alexis?" Heather chimed in, her voice cool and precise, but with the razor-sharp quality of a seasoned debater. "Absolutely," Alexis said, eyes locking with Heather's. "Let's start with you, Heather. You called me a one-abe when I left the show. You said my career was over without this platform. Yet here I am thriving. And what have you done? Spent your days lecturing everyone on etiquette while living in your ivory tower." Heather's eyes widened, the perfectly practiced poise cracking just a little. Tamara smirked, leaning back as if she were watching a prize fight unfold. "And Tamara," Alexis said, turning her focus to the feastier blonde, "your hypocrisy is legendary. You've painted yourself as a changed woman, but I remember the relentless gossip, the backstabbing. Don't pretend you haven't kept that up off camera." Tamara's smirk vanished. "Oh, please, like you're so innocent, Alexis. We all know you had your fair share of scheming." Ladies, Andy interjected, eyes gleaming with a mixture of amusement and concern. "Let's take this one at a time. Alexis, why don't you tell us what specifically made you feel betrayed by the group?" "Gladly," Alexis said, taking a deep breath. "Do you remember the rumors that circulated just after I left about my divorce and my so-called fall from grace? I have it on good authority that some of you," she gestured broadly but kept her gaze locked on Tamara and Shannon, "helped fuel those rumors. My life was being dissected while I was trying to rebuild it, and I'm done letting it slide." Shannon's eyes darted nervously, a guilty look briefly flashing across her face before she composed herself. "Alexis, I don't know what you're talking about," she said, her voice strained. "Oh, save it, Shannon," Alexis snapped. "You and I both know you thrive on being the underdog in public, but whisper like a serpent when the cameras aren't rolling. I have receipts this time." The room erupted into chaos. Heather exchanged heated words with Tamara, who shot back with a biting retort about loyalty. Shannon sat frozen, eyes darting back and forth as the accusations swirled. The trailer cut to a montage of more dramatic moments yet to come. Tears streaming down perfectly made-up faces, fingers pointed in accusatory glee, and the occasional outburst of laughter as the tension broke momentarily. But perhaps the most shocking part of the trailer was the final shot. Alexis, standing up, eyes blazing, shouting, "I won't be silenced this time." The screen cut to black as Andy's voice echoed in the background. You do not want to miss this. As fans scrolled through their social media feeds and analyzed every frame of the trailer, the hashtags #RHOC reunion and #Alexis returns began trending almost immediately. Longtime viewers debated who was in the right, while newer fans scrambled to understand the deep history that had led to such a confrontation. For Alexis Bellino, this was more than just a return to reality TV. It was a declaration. She was here to set the record straight and reclaim her voice in a world that had long dismissed her as the pretty face with little to say. This time, she had more than enough to say, and she intended to make sure everyone heard it. The war was on, and Alexis was ready to fight.